Pageant to order, featuring people you know and people you don't in the story you never knew. St. Luke's community, I present to you gold, frankincense, myrrh, and a ducky.
Goodbye, thanks for coming. Ooh, am I ever tired? It's nice to have visitors, but they wore me out.
I know, Joseph. You worked so hard to get us a place to stay.
Well, you labored a bit yourself, you know. I can't understand how you can still be awake. I almost kicked the shepherds out so you could get some rest.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. They were such nice guys. It's not every day you have visitors invited by angels.
That's for sure. I would have liked to offer them refreshments, but we've just arrived here ourselves.
I don't think they even noticed. They just came here to see him, you know.
Well, I'm going to sleep. Are you comfortable?
We're just fine, aren't we, Jesus?
Well, good night. Good night, Joseph.
I wonder why God chose to announce Jesus' birth to shepherds anyways.
Maybe they were the only ones awake in the middle of the night besides us, of course. Good night, Mary. Good night.
Do you think the angels sang or just spoke together? I didn't think to ask.
I don't know. They just said they were praising God. That could be either. Now, good night, Mary.
Good night, Joseph. Just one more thing. If there were that many angels, why do you think no one else heard them?
Good night, Mary.
No, wait, the baby.
I hereby call the meeting of the wise men to order. The first order of business is a report from wise man Balthazar.
Wise men and Magi, I have exciting news. Last night, Melchior and I saw a new star which appeared in the western sky. At 10:42 p.m., we were observing the normal movements of the celestial lights when suddenly this star appeared right where we were looking. Let's see, it was 84 degrees to south of the North Star with ascension of 22 degrees. What was most amazing was that this star didn't appear to move with the rest of the sky. It just stayed in its position.
Very interesting, Balthazar. Do you have an explanation for the occurrence?
Melchior did some research, and he can best explain his theory.
Very well. Melchior?
Well, first we laid all the natural explanations we could. It was the planet. The off-and-on ones were accounted for that night. There have been no comet sightings of that magnitude. They don't just appear at a particular time. And we also made sure to eliminate the possibility of fireflies after that debate over the new constellation report by Magi apprentice Murphy last year.
I still say they looked like stars, but they just moved rather quickly.
Our best explanation came from some ancient writings discovered by Magi Balthazar and myself several months ago. One of our famous predecessors, by the name of Belshazzar, wrote that if a star was discovered in this particular location, it would be the sign announcing the birth of a king.
Continue, Melchior, Balthazar. Who might this king be?
Balthazar writes that this person would be the king of his own people, since according to our records, Balthazar was a captive from Judah. It is our conclusion that the star is a sign announcing the birth of the king of the Jews.
Extraordinary!
As I pass bar, I hereby make a motion that we send a delegation to Jerusalem, the Jewish capital, and search for this king. I also move that we bring him gifts befitting a king, thereby giving him honor from our people.
I second those motions.
Hear, hear. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Bring your gift back here and we will send our delegation. Any other business? Wise man Balthazar?
I move that we replace all references of wise men to wise person or wise girl. Magi Cashmaster, I have brought the gift of kings, gold, the king of all metals, with which he can overlay his chariot or decorate his throne.
Well, fellow wise persons, I have brought frankincense for temple worship. Shall we not also worship the King of Heaven?
I have brought the fragrant spice myrrh. I know it is often used for death ceremonies, but somehow I find this to be an appropriate gift, and it is very valuable.
And you, Apprentice Murphy, did you bring a gift?
You brought a duck? I can just see us presenting our gifts to the king. Gold, frankincense, myrrh, and a ducky.
Very interesting, Apprentice Murphy. What made you decide to bring this particular item?
Well, sir, I know it's not practically valuable or royal, but I had a ducky like this growing up, and it was my favorite toy.
Apprentice Movie, you've got a lot to learn. This is royalty we are going to visit.
I see your point. I'll just put the ducky away.
Good idea, Murphy. Nice try, though. Okay, everyone. Our delegation leaves tomorrow at 6 o'clock a.m. Make sure your camels are watered and your bags are packed. Don't forget your charts and tables. You may have to make calculations along the way.
Joseph, you're back. We need to talk. I know the stable was shelter when we really needed it, but we've got to find somewhere else to live.
Oh, I was.
You know, I'm a little concerned about the baby here with all these animals. What if he gets fleas or something?
I know what I was going to say.
Plus, I think I'm going to go a little crazy. I'm a people person, you know, and these sheep are really lacking in the conversation department.
Mary, listen a minute. I got news.
News? Why didn't you say so? What is it?
I got a job.
A job? Oh, Joseph, that's wonderful. We can rent a house with an upper room and you can build us some furniture, and with extra money,
Wait, there's a catch. I don't get paid.
My husband got a job and he doesn't get paid. Joseph, we need to have a serious talk. You have a family.
Well, jobs are hard to come by, and I was lucky to get this one. Even though I don't get paid, we can live in the house attached to the carpenter shop for free.
A house? Did you hear that, Jesus? Your father's a genius.
And while I don't get paid for the regular work day, anything I make after hours I can sell on my own.
won't be much, but it should help us get us by. Well, Joseph, you married the right girl. I can get by on just about nothing. Do you think it's possible to make cereal out of sawdust? Oh, and we can avoid all social engagements for a while. We can't afford to give a gift if we're invited out, and we certainly won't be able to feed anyone extra.
Well, I agree with everything but the sawdust part. I'm sure we can get by. Remember, Mary, what the old man Simon said when he took Jesus to the temple? He would be the glory of Israel, and sure, God won't let us starve while we take care of it.
He also said a sword would pierce my soul. Starving to death would do that, I'm sure. Anyway, I'm glad you found us a place to live. I'll pack up our stuff.
Your Highness, have you heard the news? The whole city is upset.
What now? Not another Jewish uprising, is it? I'll crush them for good if it is.
No, sir, nothing like that. A caravan of astronomers came into the city yesterday asking where their new king is.
A new king? Ah! The very thought makes me mad. I'm the only king in these parts. What new king are they talking about?
They say they've seen a star that is a sign that the king of the Jews has been born.
Get some priests and teachers of the law in here, and let's get to the bottom of this.
Of course, sir, but you have a twitch in your eye.
I cannot stand it. Now, before I lose my temper.
Of course, sir.
What a trip! I am so sick of sitting on that camel hump.
Well, we should be almost there, I would think. I can't understand why no one knows about a king being born. We know about it from so far away, and people here act like they know nothing about it.
Well, if anyone would know about it, it would be the reigning king. What was his name again?
Herod, sir, are you sure it's a good idea to ask him about the new king if he isn't very happy about it?
Oh, you worry too much, Apprentice Murphy. The ancient writings say this is to be a king of promise, but not only for the Jews, but for Gentiles too. Who wouldn't welcome such a king?
I understand you've come in search of a new king.
Yes, sir. We have seen a star in the east, and have come to worship him. We've brought him gifts also.
Well, my scholars tell me a new king is to be born in the town of Bethlehem, just south of here. When exactly did the star appear?
It has been a year and 6 months now, sir.
Well, I suppose if there is a new king, he should still be there. Why don't you go and find him? If you do, come back here and tell me. Of course, I would want to worship him too.
Well, of course, sir. We'll be back as soon as we find him. Let's go, wise people.
Joseph, have you noticed anything strange about Jesus?
Not really. What's the matter with him?
I don't know. It's just that I've been watching him with the other children, and when I get the water, he just seems different.
In what way?
Well, all the kids his age seem to throw tantrums from time to time. Jesus never has. When he wants something, he kind of gives me a look like I'm supposed to know what he's thinking. I thought maybe it's his verbal development.
It sure makes for a quiet house. We should count our blessings.
I guess so. I just heard from my cousin Elizabeth. She said that she sure has her hands full with her boy.
You mean John?
Yes. She said that every time she turns her back, little John runs right for the water.
That must be pretty tough for a woman of her age. How does she keep up with that?
She says she always knows where to find him, although he just about drowned their neighbor boy when they were at the river during the wash. John kept pushing him underwater. She also said he keeps trying to eat bugs.
Bugs? Well, you see, things could be worse. Don't worry, Mary. Our boy will turn out just fine. Hey, did you see the star tonight? It seems to have moved just overhead.
I'll have a look later. I'm just getting supper together. Why don't you take Jesus out to see it?
Come on, Jesus, let's have a look.
Yes? Can I help you?
We're looking for a child born in this town a year and a half ago.
Are you selling something? If you are, we aren't interested.
No, we're looking for a baby.
Mary, is someone at the door?
This is my husband. Joseph, they're looking for a baby.
Let me explain. We discovered a star, which was a sign that the King of the Jews was born. King Herod told us to look here, in Bethlehem.
We saw the star right over your house. It was so exciting.
Can you tell us when the child was born?
Let's see, 18 months now?
On December 25th.
At 42 minutes after 12 o'clock midnight?
Yeah, I'd say that's about right.
Yes! We found him!
Yes!
Found.
We've come on a long journey to worship this new king. May we see him?
Well, we're just sitting down to dinner. Hey, why don't you join us?
That's very kind of you.
And you'll need a place to spend the night. I'm sure we can find a place for you.
Great! We have a party of 30, counting all of our servants and sheep. Okay? People and sheep, that's a no.
Joseph, I can't believe you invited them all these people to stay. How are you going to feed them all? We're on a budget.
We can't let them go hungry after going all this way.
You could have suggested the inn.
Are you kidding? They probably would get stuck in the stable like we were.
You truly are generous hosts. Wait, need not worry. We have enough food for all of us. and we will set up our tent in the field next to the house.
See, Mary, I told you they wouldn't be a problem. Joseph!
We have brought gifts for the king. Would you like them presented now?
Oh, really? You shouldn't have.
It's only fitting. Why don't you and the child's mother sit over there with the child, and we shall proceed.
You watch and learn, apprentice. Proper gift chosen with care can affect the countenance of royalty. First come Melchior with the gift of myrrh. Well, obviously, that wasn't the most impressive choice, was it? Let's see how Caspar does with the incense. The scent of temple objects has given a beam of pressure. The smell might be a strong one for one so young. Well, it's a good thing I bought the gold. Nothing like cold, hard cash to impress the hard to impress.
Well, thank you all. I suppose we should be eating now. After all, we can't keep you hungry all night.
The child didn't seem very interested in the gifts.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. These good magi came all this way, and Jesus didn't seem to be excited about the gifts. After all, he is only a toddler, and a very normal one in many ways.
To bring it, but I have no gift for the king. It's just this early for me. Here, Jesus, this is for you.
He likes it. He likes the duck. What wonderful gifts. Gold, frankincense, myrrh, and a ducky.
Don't mind, ma'am. Could we keep the ducky a secret? I wasn't really supposed to bring it, and I don't want to offend the wise persons.
Not a soul will hear of it, neither tax gatherer nor physician. Come, let's eat, and you can rest. Come on, Jesus, bring your ducky. Well, good morning, Magi. You're up early.
Forgive us, good lady. It's a habit from our travels.
Well, just sit yourselves down. You can have some breakfast. You must have a long journey ahead of you. Not that I'm rushing you, of course.
Wow, I sure had a strange dream last night.
Oh, goody, tell me the dream and let me interpret it.
Go ahead, Princess Murphy. She loves trying to figure these things out.
Well, okay, my dream was a message from God saying, don't go back to King Herod, because he is jealous and wants to kill the child.
Apprentice Murphy, how am I supposed to interpret a dream like that?
Hey, I had the very same dream. So did I.
I would also think, because the three of you had the same dream, it means solution is critical and we better move now.
I'm sure you're right. Let's go, wise persons. Let's take these breakfasts to go. Goodbye, Mary. Farewell.
Goodbye.
King.
Thank you all. Well, look who's up. Our guests ate and left, or they left eating. We're kind of in a hurry. Mary, it happened again. Another dream about Jesus. Really? The wise persons were just talking about a dream right before they ran out the door. What happened?
King Herod is trying to kill Jesus. We've got to leave now. We're supposed to go to Egypt.
I can think of many places I'd rather go than Egypt, but we must do what the Lord tells us.
I don't know what we're supposed to live on. We've barely been scrapping away as it is, and move is always expensive.
The gifts! It's the gifts, Joseph. The Magi brought all these expensive gifts for Jesus. He didn't think much of them, but I'm sure that's what they're supposed to be for.
Oh, praise to God, our great supplier in times of need. Of course, Mary, it wasn't even thinking. The frankincense and myrrh will bring good price in Egypt. Along with gold, we can live for quite some time. Don't think Jesus will mind, do you?
Don't worry, he's got his ducky. He'll be happy. Not that I've ever seen him fuss, anyways. You go get your tools packed up, and I'll pack up the house. Meet you in an hour. That's one good thing about being poor. It doesn't take long to pack.
On to Egypt, then. You can tell me about the ducky along the way.